Have you ever wondered why some seniors seem to radiate vitality well into their golden years, while others struggle with health issues that dim their spark? I used to think it was all about luck or genetics, until a heartfelt conversation with Dr. Emma Harris, a geriatric specialist with over 30 years of experience, turned my perspective upside down. She shared a simple truth. Small, intentional habits can unlock a longer, healthier life. And the best part? They take just minutes a day. Today, I'm sharing 5 daily practices that could transform your well-being and add precious years to your journey. Stick with me until the end. You won't believe how easy and powerful these steps can be. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. 1. Clean your tongue. A tiny habit with big rewards. Let's dive into something you might not think about every day. Your tongue. Yes, that unassuming little muscle in your mouth. The one that helps you savor the rich bitterness of your morning coffee, articulate your thoughts during a lively conversation, or even sing off-key in the shower, holds a surprising secret to a longer, healthier life. It's not just a tool for taste or speech, it's a gateway to your overall well-being. Dr. Stephen Harris, a seasoned dentist with decades of experience, once pointed out something startling yet simple. While most of us are meticulous about brushing our teeth twice a day, flossing, sometimes, and even swishing mouthwash, we tend to completely overlook our tongues. And that oversight, it's a bigger deal than you might imagine. Here's why. Your tongue isn't just a smooth surface. It's a textured, bumpy landscape teeming with life. Scientists estimate it's home to over 700 distinct types of bacteria, a bustling microbial community that's a mix of friend and foe. Some of these bacteria are beneficial, aiding digestion and keeping your oral ecosystem in balance. But others, not so much. The troublemakers, those opportunistic, less friendly microbes, thrive when we let them linger too long. Over time, they multiply and form a filmy, sometimes yellowish coating on your tongue. You might not notice it at first, but this buildup has sneaky, far-reaching effects. For starters, that layer dulls your taste buds. Imagine biting into a crisp apple or a square of dark chocolate, only to find the flavors muted, less vibrant than they should be. That's your tongue telling you it's overburdened. Worse, this bacterial film is a notorious culprit behind bad breath, halitosis, if we're being technical. It's not just a social nuisance, it's a sign of imbalance. And here's where it gets serious. Those bacteria don't stay put. They can slip into your saliva, enter your bloodstream, and quietly contribute to inflammation throughout your body. Studies have linked poor oral hygiene, including an unclean tongue, to increased risks of heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. That filmy layer you've been ignoring? It's not just sitting there, it's working against you. The good news? The solution is ridiculously simple, costs next to nothing, and takes less time than brewing your tea. Enter the humble tongue scraper, or if you don't have one, the back of your toothbrush will do in a pinch. Here's how to do it. Every morning, after brushing your teeth, take a moment to focus on your tongue. Start at the back, where the bacteria love to hide, and gently swipe forward to the tip. Do this 3 or 4 times, applying just enough pressure to clear the surface without irritating it. Rinse the scraper or brush with water after each pass to wash away the gunk, and trust me, you'll see it. Finish with a quick rinse of your mouth. Plain water works, though a splash of mouthwash adds an extra kick. Repeat the ritual before bed, and you've got a full circle habit that keeps your tongue in check. Now, let me tell you about Linda, a 67-year-old friend who stumbled into this habit almost by accident. 4 years, she'd skipped tongue cleaning. No one had ever told her it mattered. She brushed, she flossed, occasionally, and she figured that was enough. But after a chat about longevity hacks, she decided to give it a shot. She picked up a cheap stainless steel tongue scraper at the drugstore and added it to her routine. Within a week, she noticed her breath felt fresher, not just to her but to her chatty grandkids who'd never hesitate to point out otherwise. By week 2, something else clicked. Her food started tasting better. "I swear, I forgot how good a strawberry could be," she said, laughing over a cup of tea one afternoon. By week 3, she felt a quiet surge of energy. not the jittery kind from caffeine, but a steady, clear-headed vitality she hadn't realized she'd lost. "It's like I woke up my whole body," she told me, her eyes bright with a kind of delight you can't fake. That's the magic of this tiny habit. It's not just about your tongue, it's a ripple effect. Fresher breath boosts your confidence. Sharper taste buds make eating a joy again, nudging you toward healthier foods because they taste good. And that subtle reduction in systemic inflammation? It's like giving your heart, your brain, and your immune system a little extra breathing room. All this from 3 minutes a day, split between morning and night, using a tool that costs less than a fancy latte. So, why not start tomorrow? Grab a tongue scraper, they're sleek, affordable, and last forever. Or use your toothbrush if you're testing the waters. Set it next to your sink as a reminder. Swipe, rinse, repeat. It's not glamorous, and it won't make you an Instagram wellness guru overnight. But it's real, it's doable, and it might just be the smallest step with the biggest payoff you'll try this year. Your tongue, and the rest of you, deserves it. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 2. Pamper your feet. The foundation of a strong life. Next, let's turn our attention to your feet, those tireless, often overlooked champions that carry you through every step of your journey. Dr. Emily Harris, a seasoned podiatrist with over 2 decades of experience, likens them to the foundation of a house. If you neglect them, the entire structure above, your mobility, your posture, your overall well-being, begins to falter. It's a comparison that hits home as we age, when circulation naturally slows, and the smallest oversights can snowball into serious trouble. Damp toes left unchecked, calluses ignored, or nails improperly trimmed might seem trivial, but they can open the door to fungal infections, painful sores, or mobility challenges. For those with diabetes, the stakes are even higher. Poor foot care can lead to ulcers or, in extreme cases, amputations. And yet, how often do we dismiss them with a cursory rinse in the shower, assuming that's enough? The truth is, your feet deserve more than a passing glance. They need an intentional, nurturing ritual to keep them strong and healthy. Here's how to do it right. Set aside a quiet moment each day, perhaps in the evening when you're winding down. Fill a basin with warm, not hot water, just enough to cover your ankles, and gather a soft washcloth, a gentle, fragrance-free soap, and a plush towel. If you're feeling indulgent, toss in a few drops of lavender or eucalyptus essential oil for a soothing scent, though that's optional. Sit comfortably, maybe with a cup of tea or some soft music playing, and let your feet soak for a minute or 2 to soften the skin. Then, take the washcloth and lovingly wash every part of your feet. The tops, the soles, the heels, and, crucially, between each toe, where moisture loves to linger and trouble can brew. Rinse off the soap, then dry them meticulously with the towel, paying extra attention to those crevices. Finish with a light layer of moisturizer, something simple like shea butter or a diabetic-friendly cream, to keep the skin supple, but avoid slathering it between the toes, where excess moisture could invite fungi. This routine isn't just about hygiene, it's an investment in your independence. Take Thomas, a 73-year-old retiree from down the street, as an example. For years, he paid little mind to his feet, shrugging off the occasional itch or dry patch as no big deal. Then came the fungal infection, stubborn, unsightly, and increasingly painful. It crept up between his toes, a result of dampness he'd never bothered to address, and soon he was hobbling more than walking. His doctor prescribed a cream, but Thomas decided to commit to this 5-minute daily ritual that turned things around. Within weeks, the infection cleared up, and he noticed something unexpected. His balance improved. The simple act of caring for his feet, massaging them, stretching them, keeping them healthy, rebuilt his confidence. "I didn't realize how much my feet were holding me back," he told me one afternoon, beaming as he tossed a ball for his golden retriever, Max, on their daily walk. That small habit gave him back the freedom to enjoy his routines, his pet, and his life. Your feet aren't just utilitarian. They're the unsung heroes of your stability and strength. Healthy feet mean fewer trips and stumbles, a steadier gait, and the ability to keep moving through the years with grace. They carry you to the mailbox, the grocery store, and the park bench where you watch the world go by. Isn't it time they got a little love in return? 5 minutes a day, less time than it takes to brew your morning coffee, can transform them from an afterthought into the solid foundation of a vibrant, active life. So tonight, sit down, soak your feet, and give them the care they've earned. You might just find they repay you tenfold. 3. Care for your armpits. Detox your day away. Let's talk about a part of your body that doesn't get nearly enough attention. Your armpits. Yes, those humble hollows under your arms are more than just a spot to swipe deodorant. They're a bustling hub of activity in your body's detoxification network. Nestled within them are clusters of lymph nodes, tiny but mighty powerhouses that act like your personal cleanup crew. Day in and day out, they filter out toxins, waste, and other unwanted invaders, quietly supporting your immune system and keeping you in fighting shape. But here's the catch: they're not invincible. Sweat, dead skin cells, leftover deodorant residue, and even the occasional shaving nick can pile up, clogging this delicate system. Over time, this buildup can lead to irritation, stubborn rashes, or even subtle swelling, little warning signs that your body's detox squad is overworked. As we age, these issues can creep up more often, silently chipping away at your vitality. Dr. Helen Carter, a renowned expert in lymphatic health with over 2 decades of research under her belt, puts it plainly: your armpits are a gateway to your lymphatic system, and neglecting them can weaken your body's natural defenses. It's not just about odor, it's about resilience. She points out that poor armpit hygiene doesn't just cause discomfort. It can overburden your lymph nodes, leaving you feeling sluggish and out of sorts without even realizing why. Think about it. When was the last time you gave your underarms a moment of real care, beyond a quick scrub or a hasty roll-on? The good news? You don't need a complicated routine or expensive products to turn things around. Just a little mindfulness and a few minutes in your day. Here's how to do it right. Step into the shower and grab a soft, clean cloth. Nothing abrasive, just something gentle, like a cotton washcloth. Pair it with a mild, unscented soap. Harsh chemicals can irritate this sensitive zone. Now, imagine you're polishing a delicate treasure. Use light, circular motions to cleanse the area, coaxing away sweat, grime, and dead skin. Don't scrub hard. The goal is to nurture, not punish. Let the warm water cascade over your underarms, rinsing away every trace of soap, then step out and pat them dry with a towel, gently, like you're handling something precious. Here's a pro tip. Give your armpits a moment to breathe before reaching for the deodorant. Let them air out, unburdened, for a minute or two. This simple pause can make all the difference. Take it from Olivia, a 65-year-old retiree from Oregon who spent years wrestling with underarm woes. "I'd tried everything, fancy antiperspirants, powders, even prescription creams," she recalls, her voice tinged with frustration. "But the irritation wouldn't quit. My armpits were red, itchy, and sore, especially after shaving. I thought it was just part of getting older." Then, a friend tipped her off to this gentle cleansing ritual. Skeptical but desperate, Olivia gave it a shot. Within a week, the rashes faded. After a month, her skin was smoother than it had been in decades. "It's not just the irritation being gone," she says, her eyes lighting up. "I feel lighter, cleaner, like my whole body's thanking me." Now, it's her daily ritual, a small act of self-care that's become as essential as her morning coffee. And the benefits go beyond clear skin. By keeping your armpits free of buildup, you're giving your lymph nodes a fighting chance to do their job, filtering out the bad stuff and bolstering your immunity. It's like clearing the clutter from a busy workspace. Everything runs smoother. You might notice less puffiness under your arms, a little more pep in your step, or even a subtle lift in your mood. Science backs this up, too. Studies show that supporting lymphatic flow can ease the body's workload, leaving you feeling refreshed and renewed. So, why not give it a try? It's just a few mindful minutes each day. Less time than it takes to scroll through your phone or brew a pot of tea. Picture it: the warm water, the soft cloth, the quiet satisfaction of knowing you're doing something good for yourself. Your armpits might not thank you out loud, but your body will feel the difference. Isn't that worth a little extra care? If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 4. Clear your nose. Breathe life in. Breathing is the quiet rhythm of life. Automatic, unnoticed, yet essential. But how often do you stop to consider how well you're doing it? Your nose, that humble gatekeeper, filters an astonishing 10,000 quarts of air every single day, sifting through dust, pollen, pollutants, and allergens to protect your lungs. It's a tireless worker, but without a little care, it can falter. Mucus builds up, passages narrow, and suddenly you're left with a stuffy head, restless nights, or a throbbing sinus headache that won't quit. And as the years roll on, nasal dryness, thanks to aging or dry climates, only makes things worse, turning a simple breath into a labored effort. Take James, a 69-year-old retired construction worker from Ohio. Decades of inhaling sawdust and drywall grit had left him with what he thought was permanent congestion. "I'd wake up every morning feeling like my head was stuffed with cotton," he said. Over-the-counter decongestants barely dented it, and he'd resigned himself to a life of shallow breathing, until a friend suggested something simpler, a daily saline spray rinse. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked. "First time in years I could take a full breath without wheezing," he said, flashing a grin. "I sleep like a baby now, and I don't snore like a freight train anymore." My wife's thrilled. The truth is, a clear nose isn't just about comfort, it's about vitality. Clogged airways rob you of oxygen, leaving you sluggish, foggy, or even irritable. Allergies, colds, or just the wear of time can turn your nasal passages into a battleground, but you don't have to surrender. There's power in giving them a little attention, and it's easier than you might think. Here's how to start. Every morning, splash some warm water around your nostrils. Not too hot, just enough to loosen things up. It's a gentle wake-up call for your sinuses. If you're ready for a step further, grab a saline mist from the drugstore, non-medicated, just salt and water, and give each nostril a quick spritz. The saline moistens dry passages and flushes out irritants, like a soft rain washing dust off a window pane. James swears by it, keeping a bottle by his sink like a daily ritual. For a deeper clean, consider a neti pot, a small, teapot-like device that's been used for centuries in Ayurvedic medicine. Bella, a 76-year-old grandmother from Vermont, discovered it a decade ago when seasonal allergies had her sneezing through spring. "I thought I'd be stuck popping pills forever," she said, her voice bright with the relief of a convert. "But the neti pot? It's my secret weapon. I pour that warm salt water through one nostril, it flows out the other, and boom, my head's clear. No more pollen fog." She mixes her solution, distilled water, a pinch of non-iodized salt, a dash of baking soda, and uses it twice a week, calling it her allergy cure. Just be sure to follow instructions, and never use tap water, distilled or boiled only, and tilt your head so it flows smoothly. A few more tricks. When you blow your nose, go easy. Plug one nostril and exhale gently through the other, like you're coaxing out a whisper, not blasting a trumpet. Too much force can push gunk deeper or irritate the delicate tissues. And if dryness is your nemesis, say, after a long flight or a winter spent with the heater cranked, dab a tiny bit of coconut oil inside each nostril with a clean fingertip. It's a natural moisturizer, soothing cracked skin without clogging pores. Petroleum jelly works too, but coconut oil feels lighter and smells like a faint tropical escape. The payoff? Better breathing unlocks more than you'd expect. Oxygen flows freely, feeding your brain and body. Sleep deepens. No more waking up gasping or tossing through the night. Days feel brighter and sharper, because you're not fighting for every breath. Picture James, snoozing peacefully after years of struggle, or Bella, strolling through her garden without a tissue in sight. Doesn't that kind of peace sound worth it? Your nose may be small, but tending to it is a big step toward reclaiming the ease you deserve. So go ahead. Breathe life in, one clear, glorious inhale at a time. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 5. Tend to your belly button, a hidden health gem. Now, let's turn our attention to a spot that's easy to overlook but surprisingly significant. Your belly button. This small, unassuming dimple, whether it's an innie or an outie, might not cross your mind often, yet it's a hidden hotspot that can harbor more than you'd expect. As we age, our skin naturally thins and becomes less resilient, making this little nook an ideal trap for bacteria, sweat, dead skin cells, and even lint from your clothes. Left unchecked, it can transform from a forgotten crevice into a breeding ground for irritation, unpleasant odors, or, in some cases, minor infections. It's one of those places where neglect doesn't announce itself loudly, until it does. Take Helen, for instance, a 75-year-old retired nurse with decades of experience tending to others' health. She was caught off guard when her doctor pinpointed her belly button as the source of a persistent, low-grade infection that had left her feeling itchy and uncomfortable. "I spent my career telling people to wash their hands and check their feet, but my belly button? I never thought it mattered," she admitted with a sheepish smile. Her story isn't unique. Dermatologists note that this overlooked area can quietly accumulate debris over time, especially in deeper or more folded navels, where moisture lingers and air circulation is scarce. The good news? Keeping it clean is straightforward and takes almost no time at all. In the shower, grab a soft, damp washcloth and gently work it into the belly button, loosening any buildup with care. No harsh scrubbing needed, as the skin there can be sensitive. Afterward, pat it thoroughly dry with a towel to prevent moisture from lingering. For those with deeper or more intricate navels, a cotton swab dipped in plain water, or a mild soap solution if it's particularly grimy, can reach the nooks and crannies. Avoid overdoing it with alcohol or strong antiseptics, though they can dry out the skin and cause more harm than good. Jane, a 78-year-old grandmother of 5, decided to give this a try after noticing a faint, musty smell she couldn't quite place. "I thought it was my laundry or maybe my old sweaters," she said, chuckling. After a week of this simple routine, 30 seconds a day, she was amazed at the difference. "My skin feels smoother, fresher, and no more mystery smells. I didn't realize how much it was bugging me until it stopped." She even started joking with her grandkids about her new beauty secret, turning a mundane task into a light-hearted triumph. This tiny habit isn't just about avoiding problems. It's about reclaiming a sense of comfort and confidence in your skin. A clean belly button won't win you any awards, but it's a quiet, mighty win for your well-being. Experts estimate that the average navel can host dozens of bacterial strains, most harmless, but a quick swipe keeps the balance in check. Plus, as skin ages and folds deepen, staying proactive here can prevent small annoyances from turning into bigger hassles. So next time you're in the shower, give that little dimple a moment of care. It's a small step with a surprisingly big payoff. Well, there you have it, friends. 5 simple, daily habits that can unlock a healthier, longer life. From scraping your tongue to pampering your feet, tending your armpits, clearing your nose, and even giving a little love to your belly button, these small acts add up to something extraordinary. They're not just about hygiene. They're about reclaiming your energy, savoring every moment, and building a foundation for more golden years ahead. I've seen it in Linda's renewed zest for flavors, Thomas's steady strides, and Jane's quiet confidence. Now, it's your turn. So, tell me, what have you learned so far? I'd love to know one thing that stood out to you today, something you'll weave into your daily routine starting tomorrow. Please drop it in the comments below. This isn't just my journey, it's ours, and your story could inspire someone else. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips to live your best life. Together, let's keep thriving, one small habit at a time. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one.